In order to increase sales on Amazon, sellers need accurate customer data to understand their target audience and its needs. In this video, you will learn how to use PickFu polls to target the right customer profiles and get actionable feedback, which you can use to improve Amazon product listings. If you want to try PickFu for yourself, you'll find the special offer below in the description.
Hello, John. Thank you for joining me today on Orange Cake YouTube channel to talk about how Amazon sellers should target the right customer profile, and also discuss why it's an important thing to do to be successful on Amazon. But before we start, could you first introduce yourself and also give us a brief overview? What is PickFu and how Amazon sellers can use PickFu tool to improve their business?
Yeah, absolutely, Lizette. And by the way, I think I'm going to make another YouTube channel and I'm going to call it Blue Click and compete with you guys because I think I'm just kidding. I'm John Aspinall, the brand evangelist here at PickFu. PickFu is a enterprise grade consumer research tool, basically giving you the insights, the data, the actionable things you need to do to pivot in your Amazon business, whether it's sourcing products, what to source, what color, what people like, or optimize your current listing on Amazon to understand, is this the best hero image? Is this how this stacks up against my competition? Are my ads resonating? All this other kind of good stuff. You can get it through running a series of PickFu polls. And yeah, it's giving you all that good data that you need.
And can you tell us very shortly why it's important to have good data? And for example, for today's topic, why it's even important to target the right customer profile?
Yeah. So there's actionable data and there's non-actionable data. So non-actionable data is if I was to ask you and 100 other people is that, do you like this white remote or a black remote? And if all you were telling me was, I like the white remote, I like the black remote, I like the white remote, I like the black remote. And then at the end, the black remote wins. I don't have a black remote. I don't know I'm holding it. The black remote wins. But you'll never know why. You'll never know why the black remote won. Was it the style? Was it the color? Was it the shape? You're not going to know who liked it more than others. You're just getting non-actionable data. But actionable data is where they're saying, I like the white one because it has 6 buttons on it at the top, and I am a female that's 45 to 60 that makes an income of this amount, and I'm an active remote user, versus a male that's 21 that never uses remotes that prefers the black one. Well, I won't take his comments, actionable for me because that's not my avatar. So I really don't care what he says. I really care what the person who's going to be buying my product is saying. So that's the main difference between actionable and non-actionable data. And PickFu is giving you that actionable stuff. So what I want to do is share my screen and hop into how you can drill that down in PickFu to make your polls specific to your avatar. Because again, if you're not putting the PickFu polls, PickFu is amazing. PickFu is a gold standard when it comes to any sort of consumer insights. But if you don't do it right, it's like a gun, right? You could shoot the bad guy and be the hero, or you could shoot the wrong person and now you're the bad guy, right? It's all about what you're doing and how you're structuring it. So let me share my screen and we'll take a look. So this is a standard PickFu poll. You're going to do an open-ended star rating, whatever poll you want to run. It's up here is where you start. We're not going to look over there. We're going to look down here. So respondent country. So here's the thing, is that you were telling me before in Estonia, there's no Amazon, right? So you would have to purchase through what? Germany?
Yeah, I usually go through German.
Okay, cool. So if I was marketing something in Germany, right? I don't care what the people in the US have to say. I don't care what Korea says. I don't care what Brazil says. I don't care what UK says. I need to get the feedback from Germany, right? Similar to me here in the States. It doesn't matter to me what people in Germany are thinking because I'm marketing to the US. So it all starts with the country. It has to be relative to that, right? Now, when it comes down to the audience, you don't want to do a random audience for this kind of stuff unless you don't know your ICP. Then the random audience comes in as a great tool, because if you don't know your ICP, you would run US random audience and you would put the product link out there, you put the product image out there, you would put whatever asset you're putting out there. And if you were shopping on Amazon, would you buy this product? Then you're going to get a laundry list of yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. but you would look at the yeses and see, are they male or female? Where, what is their age range, right? And then you're getting an idea of, okay, everyone that said yes was a female 45 to 60 in the US. And everyone who said no was a male that was 21. So I know from high level, if I didn't know my ICP and my avatar, this is who wants to buy my product. So that's the only time you would use random audience. But let's say you know who your audience is, right? You know exactly who it is. That's when the traits are going to come in handy, right? So I have an example over here of creatine gummies. So creatine gummies is a big wave on Amazon right now. Over here, these guys, I'm not going to click it because it's a sponsored one, but I recently called them out at an Innovate. I did a presentation at Innovate. These guys do, you see previously viewed, they do the best practice on their main hero image. They do everything right. Really, really well done. But let's take a look down here, right? So Beast Bites. Let's click on this one. So if I look over here, right, I'm going to see strawberries, this, that, but typically it's going to be somebody they don't even have a A+ content. Geez, look at that. That's a big miss, especially for a brand that's doing almost 500,000 a month on Amazon. But anyway, when we're looking at this is somebody that's going to the gym, that's active, right? It could be male, could be female. But understanding that, let's go back to PickFu and drill down into the traits. So I'd want to put Amazon Prime member as one, right? Now, if I look back at the product, it's a $17 price point. So if it was a higher price point item, I would look at the income for the household. So if it's something that's $100 and the rest of the marketplace is $20 or $30, I want to target people that make 75 to 150 or more, because I don't want people to say, yes, I love that, if they can't afford to buy my product, because it doesn't make sense, because then we're getting non-actionable data, because they're telling you, yes, they like it. And then if you pivot your business and your imagery and your listing around people that say they want to do this, but can't buy your product because of income, it doesn't make sense, right? So depending on your pricing, you want to target the income. But also with something like this, let's say, for example, this is the way that it's looking is it looks very aggressive, right? It doesn't look very feminine. I could be wrong. I don't know the brand, but if you were shopping, Lizette, and you saw Beast Bites and you saw something like this and you were in the market for gummies, would you feel that this is really for you?
Not really. Like, based on the secondary images, yes, kind of got the vibe. It could be towards like me, but like the packaging itself and the name is,
Yeah.
throwing me off.
So let's say, for argument's sake, their avatar is men. So again, we don't know. But if they know, we want to target men, because we don't want to target female and men or women, because women responding is non-actionable data, right? Because if we know our ICP is a male avatar, then you saying, I don't like this, I don't like that as a female is going to give me non-actionable data that's basically just noise. And the same thing in reverse, right? So if it was for female, we don't want male, right? So let's say for male, now what we can do is drill down into supplements, right? And the traits are all down here, so you can see them. There's, religious affiliation, dressing style, recently purchased categories, number of kids. The list is endless. So what I like to use is the search over here for supplements, right? So supplements. So nutritional supplement use. No, never. Yes, some days. Yes, every day. So I don't want to put it in front of people who never use supplements, because they're going to give me non-actionable data, because they're going to say, oh, I don't like this, I like this, but they never take supplements. So what's the point of them giving me the data, right? So I want to target Amazon Prime members who are men who use supplements every single day. Because now when I put this poll in front of them and I ask, what do you think of my listing? How would you optimize my main hero image? Would you buy this product? Then I'm getting the feedback from that specific avatar. So that's the way people could PickFu incorrectly, right? Because there is an incorrect way to do a PickFu, where if you didn't check mail and you didn't check supplement use every day and you just ran it to Prime members, right? Also age. I totally forgot that age, right? So if you don't select age, it's going to go to 18 to 64 or 18 to 99, like Legos is up to 99. So if my avatar is in their mid 30s or 35 to 55, I want to check those, right? I don't want 18 to 24-year-olds giving me feedback because that's not my avatar. So there's a wrong way to PickFu and there's a right way to PickFu. And this is, showing the traits and showing that, you know, targeting in front of the proper ICPs is super important because if people, and I've seen people do this where they don't do the targeting, because if you notice over here, right, when you start to run targeting, so right now it's 86 cents a response. If I uncheck nutritional supplements, this is going to change right here. So now it's 40 cents, right? So people often think, let me save a couple of bucks. Let me save a couple of dollars and I won't do the extra trait. But what you're going to get is non-actionable data. So at that point, you might as well not even run the poll. And I know my bosses are going to probably watch this and kill me. Like, don't tell people not to run the poll. But the thing is, if you're not running a poll that's actionable, it's going to give you non-actionable data and it's not going to be worth it to you. So you can see, yes, it's half the price in responses, but we're only targeting Prime members that are men. So guys that are never taking supplements are going to give us feedback. And if we action on that feedback, if they say, and we won't know if they take supplements every day or not, because that's not what's going to tell you. It's just going to put men that are Amazon Prime members. So the feedback you're getting could be supplement users every day, maybe not. And you'll never know unless it's specifically put in front of them. Does that make sense?
Totally. So far, everything looking good, and I like the details, and also I like that in PickFu you can like see, how can I say, like if you would just sit home, take a piece of paper, and try to figure out like who's your target audience or like whom you should even like target. I think you would not even think about many things. Like for example, this point of like how often the person uses supplements. Like, is it sometimes a few days a week or like every day? And it actually makes a big difference, as you explained.
Yeah. Even with something like, let's take that out of the equation. Let's say you were selling a baby product or a kid's toy, right? You don't want to just put kid's toy, right? That's not going to make sense. So you want to do Amazon Prime members that are female because the moms are going to be the ones that are doing the buying, right? But you also want to do parents. So now we're doing Amazon Prime members that are female parents, basically meaning the mom, right? And that if they have kids, or well, they do have kids because they're parents, but the age of kids, right? So if we were marketing something that's for an infant, right? We want to do 0 to 3. So now any poll that we run against this is going to be, so you see it went up to $1.28 and people might be like, whoa, it doubled in price. Yes. Yes, it did. And you should be glad that it did because the money you're spending, I would rather spend double getting actionable insights in front of the right person than save money and get non-actionable data. Because what's the point? What are we doing? Just to make yourself feel good? We don't want to do that. So now if I'm running something for infants, right? An infant product, whether it's a toy, bedding, supplements, I don't know. It's going in front of the right people. So it's going in front of Amazon Prime members that are female parents with kids ages 0 to 3. It's hyper targeted to that ICP and that avatar. And again, some people could say, hey, John, I'll just remove gender, right? And we'll just keep it as Prime members that are parents of ages 0 to 3. Well, then it's going to go in front of men and women. And maybe the men aren't the shoppers in the household and they're giving you feedback, right? That might not be actionable. And they might say, oh, I don't like this. I like this. But if they're not the ones that are making the purchases, because as we all know, most women in the household make the purchases. The data has shown that. My wife buys my socks and underwear and everything else we need for the house. I almost never buy anything unless it's fun for me. So that being said, all these kind of things run through that kind of funnel in the house. So again, we're saving 20 cents per response, but is it as actionable as it could be? I don't think so.
Okay, very good. Anything else to kind of draw our attention to, or for this video, we're leaving the sellers with the information you just shared so they can process a little bit and then also try to put together like a very good PickFu test on their own.
Yeah. So I would say, let's go over here. And I would say, this is how you would do it. So let me grab the URL over here. Let's say I didn't know my ICP and I didn't know my profile. I would go to open-ended poll, right? and I would add the option of the link, and I put the link to the product, and I would say, if you're shopping on Amazon, would you buy this product? Very simple, right? And the link to the product, and I would keep it as random, and I would run this. And if you don't know your ICP, that test is going to tell you, yes, I would buy it. No, I wouldn't buy it. Yes, and that's going to tell you more men, more women, more this, more that, and give you a real high level of it. And then what you're able to do is then go back, right, and do the same thing now that you know from the first test what that was. And if the first test is showing you more women said yes than men, so let's run another test that are women that are Amazon Prime members, and maybe we saw the age, right? Maybe we saw the age said more 35 to 44-year-olds like this, right? So then I would run another test and put it in front of specifically the people that said yes in the first test and see what they say, and then gain that actionable feedback. Or yes, I would buy it, but I would like to see it have this. Or yes, I would buy it, but I would appreciate if it said this, or explain this a little bit more, or show this a little bit more. Now we're getting more and more actionable feedback from the specific avatar. So both those ways show you how to use PickFu to get a high level understanding of who your avatar is. And then once you do that, or if you already know your avatar, then how to hyper target it in front of the specific avatar.
Awesome. Well, very useful so far, John. Thank you very much for sharing all of these little details, and also showing the PickFu's interface, like how sellers can set up the polls. And we're going to have the link to PickFu tool also in the video description below. So feel free to click on it and experience or test it out yourself. And also, if you have any questions about PickFu or just targeting audiences or your customer profile, you can also leave those as comments, because John, I'm more than sure that you would be happy to answer additional questions, right?
Absolutely. I'm the keyboard warrior. I'll be in there answering and giving you my feedback.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining me and for helping our sellers community to be successful Amazon sellers. And I hope to see you soon again.
Absolutely. Look out for my my blue click YouTube channel.
I forgot to give a comment. Maybe it's not the best idea, but or an idea is that you're gonna do it, and then we're gonna A/B test and see. First of all, which name people like more, and then we're gonna see.
That's good. We should run next time you have me on, I'll have the data from that. I'll run the pieces.
All right, we're gonna do a follow-up. So thanks again, and see you.
I hope this video will help you to get valuable customer feedback to improve your Amazon listings. And if you want to try PickFu for yourself, for your Amazon business, check the link below in the description and use a special offer which will give you 50% off your first poll. Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons to follow and get notifications of new content we publish. If you have additional questions, leave them in the comments section below. And now I recommend you to watch another video where you will learn how to optimize your Amazon product listings for Rufus AI. So check this out.